All right, if you are looking for a cuddle companion, you have come to the right place. And with this weather that's brewing up out there, I think we all want one of those. This morning's guest is Delaney. She comes to us from Homeward Animal Shelter with our friend Heather Klefstad. Heather, what is the backstory on this pretty girl?
Well, this beauty, Delaney, came to us from the pound. Okay. She is a Mastiff mix. She's 4 years old. Just a sweetheart of a gal. She loves to cuddle. She's a very gentle giant. Doesn't always know her size, but that's all right. She just wants to be a snuggle bug, lap dog, kind of just hang with her people kind of girl all the time. So whether you're lounging on the couch or going out for a stroll, Delaney is up for anything as long as she's with you.
So I have to ask, I mean, obviously today is the high point weather-wise, but Mastiffs are very short-coated dogs. And she does have a lot of the classic features. She's a beautiful baggy face with all the gorgeous character and wrinkles. What is the situation if you're going to bring her home? Should you invest in some outerwear for her?
Sure, especially with colder temps on the horizon. You know, she wouldn't probably mind to have a little sweater or coat on when she goes outside with her shorter coat. So it would be a good idea, especially when it gets to those very frigid, cold temperatures. She would probably be very much appreciative of that. That's for sure.
Okay, so looking at her body, you know, confirmation here, she's got a little bit of looseness in her abdomen, and I'm wondering if that means that you think that she might have had a recent litter of puppies.
You know, it's very well she could have had puppies in the past. Like I said, she came to us from the pound, so we, of course, don't always know their backstory from there.
Look at her giving her us a demonstration. That's fantastic. Thank you. You're so cooperative.
But she could have had puppies in the past. We say we don't really know for sure, but it kind of appears that that could have been the case.
Yes, indeed. So do you think that that's going to affect her health? Because I know, obviously, anytime you reproduce, it's going to take a lot of energy out of your whole body system. What should you be on the lookout for with Miss Delaney?
Well, she has seemed to be in great health. We haven't noticed any issues with her. So, like I said, no concerns in that aspect. She's had her full work over and everything looks great, so I wouldn't have any concerns with this beautiful gal right here.
She is really a sweetheart. Look at this. She's been talking up a storm, asking for attention since you guys walked into the building, and you can see we're playing a little footsie here. She's really loving the rubs. How old do you think this girl is?
She's about 4 years old. So, and like you say, she has a great disposition.
Right.
She'd love to be a family dog. You know, she'd do great with kids. We'd probably say older kids just because she's not completely aware of her size and strength probably. So just to be aware of that, she'd do better with older kids just because of that. Doesn't have a mean bone in her body, but she just doesn't know how big she is. So that would be one thing to be aware of. But she's great with other dogs, loves to play with other dogs, and have a dog companion friend in her house. Well, that would be a dream for her. So just a sweetheart of a gal, just looking for that perfect match for her.
You know, when people hear something, Mastiffs are notoriously big, and they can be jowly and slobbery and so on and so forth. But I don't think it gives you the full picture, because you think she only weighs about 55 pounds. That's not huge as the dog goes.
She's definitely a Mastiff mix of some sort. You know, there's probably a number of different breeds in her. We're guessing maybe Mastiff Pit, maybe Boxer. Who knows what's all in there. Heinz 57, as most of our animals could be. Overall, she's just a great gal. She's not an overly large dog at 55 pounds, but just a gentle giant and a sweetheart in her soul.
One of the things I love about the Mastiff breed is they are so sweet and so docile in so many ways, and they have that beautiful jowly character in their face. Look at these lips. How do you not love this?
Yes.
All right, Delaney, we are going to try to find you a forever home and maybe a jacket, because it's going to get pretty cold out there. Heather, thanks so much for bringing her in. You know, I love the big guys. We're going to have all of her information for you on our website after the show, and we're going to come back and take another look at the not so Mastiff-friendly weather after the break.